Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Welcome to a new weekly watch roundup video where I run through all the films and TV that I have watched this week. Let's get into it. Okay, yeah, so what have I been watching this week? Let's find out. Shall we just jump straight into it? Yeah, I'll jump into the TV first. So, first up, TV-wise, was the Orville. This is episode 9 of season 3. This episode ran for 80 minutes, and the series thus far has given us some very thought-provoking, well-written episodes. Now, this episode does have a little bit of that sort of thought-provoking side to it, but more so, it has given us a mass action set-piece episode. The whole episode, near enough, is just action from beginning to end, and by which I mean space action, ground action, dogfights. It seems to be borrowing heavily from things like Star Wars and all these other great sci-fi films and shows, and it does wonders with it. It really is impressive what they have managed to do on a TV budget with regards to this episode here. They may have pushed themselves a bit too far in a couple of places, but for the most part it really is a wonderful series. This episode was very, very good. Now there's one episode left before the end of the season, so we'll see what that has to offer. But yeah, the Orville is something, if you're a fan of Star Trek, you know, especially the Next Generation era of Star Trek, you cannot like this show. It is really good. Then we have What We Do in the Shadows, episode 4 of season 4. You know, the following round of these vampires and what they get up to, and there's issues at the nightclub that they've set up. So they go to this night market where you get to see all these other kind of creatures that you know, fairies and goblins and all this sort of thing that inhabit this night market that humans don't know nothing about. And a very, very funny series, what can I say? Again, very good, but hard to review, so I don't review it. Then we were given 3 episodes of Harley Quinn, the animated DC show. I really did enjoy season 1 and 2. I really did. I thought they were fantastic. Now, this was a bit odd because I watched episode 1, and I felt that it was very disjointed. It was like the makers were on speed or something. It didn't break for a minute. It didn't slow down. It had no focus. It was just like, I don't know what it was trying to achieve. But it did sort of slow down and become a bit more focused in the latter 2 episodes, episodes 2 and 3. And we got a lot of irreverent humour in it. It was nice to see Nightwing being brought in, given this deep, dark, growly voice, and you got Batman asking him, "What are you doing with your voice?" You know, a lot of fun to be had with this series. It's very funny. It's very funny indeed. One of the better things that DC are putting out at the moment. Don't dismiss it because it is animation, but obviously it is very crude, rude, and that sort of thing, but very, very good. Very good. I can't knock this. Now, that's it for TV. That's all I watch TV wise, and now we're going to jump into film. But before I do, why not hit the subscribe button? Okay, so film. Three films this week I saw. Yes, 3 films. The first being the Reef sequel, The Reef Stalked. I did review this film. It's not very good. It had a very sort of... It had this very men are bad message to it. The film is all women, apart from one man for about 5 minutes at the beginning. He's a nasty piece of work. some of the editing was great with the shark stuff. What they done with the shark stuff was very good. They used proper shark footage, but edited it with spliced together with their own footage. But what I mean is, like, you've got shark underwater, real life footage with film footage on top, and it was clever what they done there. I thought that was pretty good, but overall it wasn't a very good film. The characters, you got to question what they're doing all the way through it, why they're doing certain things, and it just doesn't work. It's a shame. It's from the same director and writer of the first one, but just not very good shark film at all. And then I watched the film No Escape, or otherwise known as Escape from Absalom, which is a 1994 Ray Liotta action film, where Ray Liotta is set in the future, in the year 2022, which in 1994 that would have been a future, but present year. And Ray Liotta is found guilty of a crime that he did commit, and he's sent to a penal colony, but he's escaped several others. So they send him to this island called Absalom, where there are no guards, there are no towers, nothing like this, but there is no escape from this island. And there's two factions of people over there. You've got, like, essentially bad ones and good ones, even though they're criminals. They've sort of chosen this not easy life, but sort of friendly life, to try and just live out their days there, while keep on getting attacked by these other lot. Ray Liotta's character lands in with the bad lot, makes his way over to the good lot, and it goes on like that, trying to escape. Yeah, so this film was directed by Martin Campbell, who obviously directed films like GoldenEye and Casino Royale. A very talented director, and the film is very enjoyable for for the time that it was made in. There's nothing I can really say bad about it. It's just thoroughly enjoyable. I really do like the film. It's 2 hours long, maybe a tad little bit long. Could have chopped 15 minutes off maybe. But other than that, an enjoyable film. And the next film, which I haven't reviewed, and I'm not going to do a review of, is DC's League of Superpets. I just thought I'd cover it here. Now, this is DC's new animated film following superpowered pets, animals, essentially. It follows Krypto. The film starts off with the sort of Superman origin, and Krypto gets his way into the escape pod, which is really done really nice, because it utilises the music from the original Superman films, some of the aesthetic in the silver suits that Jor-El wears. The ship itself is the crystal ship. But the suits that they're dressed in also resemble what John Byrne would have given us in the Man of Steel comic as well, with the sort of head stuff that comes up around the head and that, but in that silver fashion. So that's really good. Very funny. It starts off very funny when you see Superman's life with Krypto, and Krypto's trying to wake him up, wanting to go for a walk with a fly, and then sort of dragging him around through the skies, like when the dog drags you on the lead. All very good. And it gets into this story of these other pets that are in this sort of rehoming place, like Pet Store, to rehome them. But no one wants them. And there's this guinea pig that has been worked on by Lex Luthor, and the guinea pig has thusly lost all its hair because of Lex Luthor experimenting with different colours of kryptonite. And there's this meteor that's been pulled down by Lex, which is an orange meteor, only it goes no way to giving Lex superpowers like he thought it would. Orange kryptonite actually gives superpowers to the animals. So you've got this story where all these other animals are given superpowers, but Krypto loses his powers because he's eating some cheese with a little sprinkling of kryptonite in it, green kryptonite. His powers are lost. He has to come to terms with losing his powers. He has to go and rescue Superman with the help of these other animals that have been given these newly found powers. And it's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. It's a kid's film. It's a kid's film, so my attention does wane somewhat throughout. But it has some enjoyable moments. You've got to really be into the source material to get the jokes and all this sort of thing. But it's a fun time. It's not a bad film. It's enjoyable enough. Sort of a throwaway kind of enjoyment to it. It is a film I would watch again sometime down the line. yeah, it's just obviously made for a much younger audience. But there we go. So that's it. That's what I've been watching this week. Let me know in the comments if you've seen any of this stuff, especially like No Escape or this new DC film. What do you think of Harley Quinn if you've been watching that? Let me know. Let's have a nice friendly discussion. Hit the subscribe button. Come join the channel. And if not, see you on the next one. Take care all and goodbye.